You'll still be using your lightweight summertime lotions well into the fall months here in Connecticut. Today we're making Egyptian Mist Lotion. And this is a wonderful lotion if you love the light, sultry floral fragrances. Now this recipe is really easy. It makes a beautiful product and it only takes a few minutes to prepare and put it all together until you have a wonderful lotion. Now if you love soap and bath recipes, don't forget to hit the subscribe button because this is not the only recipe that we put together. We've got tons and tons of these that you can watch if you want to stay tuned and come back for some more. Now that we've got our ingredients put together, we're just going to pop this in the microwave and just give it short bursts of heat, just enough to get everything all melted down together. Now in many of your base lotion recipes, you're using distilled water that typically you would prepare by boiling it and simmering it for a while for sanitary purposes. Here in this recipe, we're using straight aloe juice. Now, some people don't know that aloe juice is actually a food grade product, and even though you may know that it has skin soothing properties, it also has digestive soothing properties, and you can purchase this in a gallon form over at your local Walmart or at your pharmacy, and you can just drink it straight out of the bottle. Now we've purchased the food grade aloe, so we don't have to boil it or simmer it, and we will be adding a preservative on top of that to make sure that our product stays very clean and antimicrobial. So we're not working at super warm temperatures, we're working at just about room temperature, and the oils are still warm from being melted down. Now you might be curious how we handle preservatives when we make handmade products and we want them to be as chemical free as possible. In most of my recipes I use Germall Plus as an antimicrobial preservative. And you might be thinking, well, this is so fresh, what's the chance you need to add a preservative as long as you're properly sanitized and your equipment has been spritzed down in rubbing alcohol and you're wearing your gloves? Then why do we have to go to this extra effort of putting a chemical into our product when really we want to provide a natural, completely natural beauty product to the public? And the short answer to that is that there's really not much risk in leaving your preservative out of your product if you're making this for yourself, or if you're making it for your kids or a loved one and you're going to pop it in the refrigerator or treat it like a food product and give it a longevity like you would a food product for maybe just a few weeks. However, if you're making a product that you need to sell to the public, you can't assume that everyone approaching you who may look healthy has the same level of health as you might. And so something that has the most minuscule amount of bacteria introduced onto their skin for any reason, you don't want to take the risk of not taking all the proper precautions for protecting a person who you don't know. So for example, if someone's on chemo or if someone perhaps has diabetes, you don't ever want to take the risk of creating a product that doesn't have the proper preservatives in it that they've introduced or rubbed into any broken skin. So therefore, leaving a preservative out of your lotion if you're presenting it to someone who you don't know personally is not an option. So you have some choices. An additive called Germall Plus is the preservative that I choose. And this is very common among handmade soaping artisans. It's approved as safe in lotions by the FDA. It's very common in several bath products, even on the commercial shelves, along with small businesses. And it is phthalate and paraben free. And so to this date, there are no negative health concerns associated with it, and it remains approved on the market. And it might be helpful to know that I also give my handmade products to my family members with this preservative added into the recipe, so I don't have any concerns about allowing my loved ones to use it. Half of the time that it takes to make this product is really just standing there and mixing in the aloe juice along with the butters and the oils. Now, in most lotions, we have an emulsifying wax, and it's really important. It's actually the bonding element that bonds the oils with the water product together, and it keeps your product from separating in the bottle later on after you've packaged it. So we spend a lot of time allowing that emulsifying wax to do its job and for all those molecules to mix in there. So it may seem like it only takes just a moment to get all of our ingredients together, but multiply that times 5, and that's how much time you need to stand there and make sure you mix your product in really well. Now, the preservative isn't the only precaution we take when we're making sure that we have a complete sanitary condition with the product that we're creating. These bottles have been soaking in hot soapy water for quite some time before I set them out to dry, and then after that I spritzed everything down, including the inside of the bottles, with rubbing alcohol. Then I let them air dry for a little while, and I don't touch them again until I'm wearing gloves. So at this point those bottles are sterile and clean, and we're about to pour our product, and then we'll cap it off again wearing our gloves, and then label everything as we need to. Now the Egyptian Mist recipe is a lightweight warm weather lotion, and its base is aloe juice and avocado oil, which is absolutely beautiful for warm weather because it absorbs right into your skin and it doesn't leave a heavy buildup on top of your skin. It goes away, you can rub it in just within a few seconds. So it is a moisturizing oil, but it's also perfect for a hot day when you don't really want to have this residual layer left on you. Now these bottles sold out this weekend at the market, but if you would like to try this lotion, you can get a bottle for yourself at thermalmermaid.com by clicking the link at the top that says store. And if you'd like to try to make this on your own at home, then I'd invite you to come over to the Thermal Mermaid Learning Library, where the recipe for this lotion is listed in our recipe directory along with hundreds more. Speaking of the weekend markets, let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see what it looks like at our Sunday market. Now I'll pop a clip at the end of this video to give you an idea of what I'm talking about. Typically I'm so busy working and enjoying my conversations with some of you guys that the day's over before I can really even film anything. So if you think you guys might be interested in seeing what that looks like, then let me know down below and I'll try to make a little bit more effort to get some of that footage for you so you can see for yourself what it looks like when we've got everything on display and all the happy people are coming up to talk to us about our products.